Boys, you will not believe what's happening. That's why I will show you proof for everything and how bad things truly are. Today, the final conclusion to everyone's favorite pirate. But did you know that I worked at Blizzard for 7 years and made the original World of Warcraft Wait, what's that? What's that? He didn't actually make World of Warcraft Classic? What? He didn't actually work at Blizzard for 7 years? Well, how can this... He actually was a freelancer that lived out of his car for a year? What the hell is this? About all of that later. But needless to say, Pirate Software is absolutely desperate at this point, and saying desperate honestly is putting it a little bit mildly. Pirate Software has at this point lost literally 90% of his audience, and this is not an over exaggeration. The video title is not clickbait. It truly has actually happened. His YouTube channel is effectively completely dead. He barely uploads, and anything that he uploads is pretty much just no one cares, and it's ridiculously heavily monitored by his mods, so nothing negative gets told. Pirate Software is at this point a beyond desperate, and I will explain why. This is Social Blade, a very easy place to track someone's performance on YouTube or other platforms, and this is his YouTube statistics. Pirate Software is still losing subscribers, literally tens of thousands of subscribers pretty much daily almost at this point. It takes like 5 days for him to lose 10,000 subscribers, but he's doing it. In the last 30 days, he has easily lost roughly 70,000 subscribers. In the last 30 days, he has had 3.6 million views. And you think that is a lot? But what if I told you previously he had one more extra zero on this? What if I told you that Pirate Software... By the way, this estimate is probably wrong. He's most likely still roughly making around 15 to 20k just from YouTube alone, and not counting his Twitch. But again, there was a time when Pirate Software was literally making 100 plus k a month. And that is gone. He literally has lost a whole zero from his revenue. He literally has lost 90%. Let me show you the graphs, because the graphs are just absolutely demonic. These are the subscribers. You can easily tell when his major boom happened and when the problems truly started to happen. This was the first moment that things hit the fan, okay? This was the infamous roach out incident in World of Warcraft. And this was when people started to catch up to what's happening and how fake this guy is. Oh yes. Losing 220,000 subscribers in July 2025. This was the peak, and now it's flattening out. But granted, his views never recovered. Look at this. This guy was making 100 million views at his peak. Honestly, you know what? Look at this. 100 million. This is 30 times less. This is not actually a zero missing from his income. This is potentially two zeros almost missing from his income. Pirate Software has lost everything at this point. And that's not the real thing that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the shorts and what he's doing. This is just a setup, boys, because there's a lot of very interesting information here. But let me unwind it so you understand how insane things really are, okay? The views. He was getting a lot of hate viewing at the time when everyone started talking about this. This is the incline from hate viewership. This is pretty much the first moment where the roach out happening, and this is all of his lies. People uncovering the animal world cheating, people uncovering the outer worlds cheating, and all of that. And this is Pirate Software deleting videos off of his channel. A month or two ago, I looked at his channel and said how much he has lost. And it's getting to Pirate Software's head, because when I did that the previous time, I scrolled down and I was like, okay, look at this. He's getting like 1 million, 2 million, 3 million views per video here. 3 million at max. But on typically he got like 300 to 1 million views per big video. And now when you scroll down, it's only pretty much this section that still has good views, and everything below that just becomes trash. He has removed so much of his content, his library. He has deleted absolute giant swaths of his videos, which is insane. And his shorts currently, well, if you click on shorts, are also doing extremely poorly. His shorts on average always had 3 to 5 million views. And now that they're doing like 80, 50k, which is absolutely nothing. And the true insanity comes what he's actually doing in these shorts. Because you need to understand, Pirate Software, being the absolute egomaniac that he is, and we all know that that's true, right? He cannot take this, okay? This is getting to his head. And so, what Pirate Software is doing now is completely trying to rewrite his history. He didn't delete random videos. He deleted videos that made people question him. Now, granted, he did not delete the Animalville videos. He did not... he didn't delete this video, which was him gaslighting people and saying, oh, all the accusations about me are fake. Here's a bunch of nonsense BS that I'm going to say that are not even related to the accusations, so you stop saying that I'm a liar. Which he did. I made a video on that, by the way. But the true stuff happens in his shorts, because these things are insane. He is completely trying to rewrite history of who he was. For example, this. Let's listen to a couple of them. They get insane. And all of his advice, by the way, is just so slop. And the best part is, these shorts, you have people who are actually donating and asking him questions who are developers. And, I mean, my god, just listen to this.
I know it's a big ask and will take some time, but could you be as thorough as you can about tips for living from your car?
So, this is going to be rough as shit. I lived out of my car for about a year when I was much younger because I was a dumbass with my finances. Sometimes this happens. The hardest thing you're going to have to go through is mental. It's going to...
By the way, every question that he gets asked, and it's blatantly visible in the shorts, he has live experience of this. Oh, Pirate Software, I'm a recovering heroin addict. Got any tips? Well, when I was younger, I also... He has lived through everything. He just blatantly he doesn't even think at this point about lying. He just lies straight off. He has experience in literally anything. And it's insane.
To make you feel like a worthless person. You're not worthless. Shit happens. You'll make it through this. Takes time.
He's trying to say like inspirational shit that sounds deep, but the problem is, at this point, most people know that everything he says is BS. And it's just a false tries to be like deep and whatnot. And this is what it comes off of, and it's pretty aggressive. And all of his shorts are like that. All of his shorts are pretty much like that. Unless it's like kind of ha-ha funny meme. It is like that. It's insane.
First thing that you should do, see if there's a 24-hour gym anywhere near you. Try to get a month membership. That's a big thing. The reason why is you'll get access to showers. That is a huge deal. Second one, get a library card immediately. That'll give you access to the internet. Use that to apply for jobs. Use the shower.
Yes, in the modern age of 2025, when the internet is barely developed, you need to go to a library because getting free Wi-Fi at fucking Wendy's is just dumb. Like, what do you even mean? People can do this from their phone. This is how you know he's full of shit, by the way. This is probably a story he read on 4chan 20 years ago.
To show up presentable. See if there's any food banks near you. That can help a lot. Sometimes they'll have really good fresh produce. They'll have different stuff like that that you can just go and get for free. And that's really helpful. And from there, You just got to get a job, dude. Any job. I know it is hard. I know it's going to be. Just don't give up on that shit and use every possible thing available to you.
Yeah. This is beyond trying to be deep. This is obviously fucking lies, by the way. I don't know how stupid you need to be to believe that these aren't lies at this point. And then it just gets more insane, okay? We have three more big things to look. Like he doesn't even answer questions. People are donating money for him, and these people who are still watching him are, by the way, all I honestly think fucking retarded, because you need to be to watch this guy. And again, just watching the fact that Pirate Software still has reach and other aspiring developers are looking up to him is just like, yeah, I will never change my opinion that developers are trash.
If the product is good, people will talk about it. One of the worst things you can think is that a good game sells itself. It doesn't. A good game does not sell itself. You sell a good game. You, the player, sell a good game because you tell others about it.
Yes, clearly, this worked. This has obviously worked for all the shitty slob games that have gotten a giant Twitch sponsorships in the multi-millions of views. Obviously, this works. Yeah, your game doesn't need to be good. By the way, this is not even the question. He's just going on a I want to try my best to sound a deep rant. This is all he does. He is completely trying to redefine who he is and create a new persona. Because obviously he doesn't care about the persona. He's as fake as asmongold, and I mean, if something bad happens, he's just gonna start over again because that's how we be.
Being good. And if you don't do that, it will not succeed. You are the marketing. Not any ads that they placed, not the game itself. You. And you cannot forget that.
Yeah, I mean, not the question, first of all. The answer is completely random, and it's stupid. This is so pathetic.
Right now, the software dev market is crap. Every major company is focused on AI, and I've been searching for a new contract for over a year. I'm trying to diversify my work right now as a self-employed dev, but being also neurospicy, it's hard to stay motivated.
That's fair.
Working on 3
By the way, yes, obviously, developer and he's autistic.
own projects at once to not get bored, but not sure if it'll even help me get an income. Any recommendations, advice, or tips?
The best thing that I can tell you.
So, first of all, the thing that everyone probably just instantaneously caught on was the fact that you don't need to be a developer to know that working on 3 different things at the same time is autistic and stupid, and is gonna literally get you nowhere. So, that's probably the first thing. Every single one of us is thinking exactly that. You can't work on 3 different things at the same time that require a lot of time. But Pirate Software's not going to give a shit about that. He's not going to even mention this.
Is while you are doing this, while you have your home projects like this, start applying everywhere. Just keep applying absolutely everywhere. Also, see if you can do any freelance work, reach out to other people inside of the community, because if you join our Discord, go to the...
If you're unemployed, try to send out more CVs to employers. See if anyone wants to. Genius, Pirate, genius. I mean... A true visionary. You're so deep I can't even see you.
Programming section. Choose any of the skills that you have or that you want to learn, and then go talk to people in that section of the Discord. See if you can find any work in there. See if you can make connections in there while you're doing your side projects. Does it suck? Absolutely. 100%. The whole tech industry in the United States is collapsing in on itself.
By the way, he doesn't know this because he doesn't do anything with the tech industry. He has no idea about any of this. He's also making this shit up. The tech industries that are focused on AI are not focused on everything else plus AI. They have literal stuff that's very much blatantly only focused on AI. Okay? Sure, some jobs are probably canceled or whatever, but still, the AI people are focused on the AI. Okay? It's not like... companies are just taking whole divisions of people and telling, oh yes, you now have to work on AI. No, they're just firing those people if that happens. Microsoft, for example. But no, everyone's not focused in that same way for AI. This is insanity.
Like a flat in a cupboard. It's not great. It's a really bad time. That doesn't mean you should give up. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, every chance Pirate Software gets, he's like, you need to push on, keep on going, you can do this. I don't know, maybe this is just a stark reflection on his own situation, that he needs to keep on going, because, people will at one point forget that he's an absolute low piece of shit. But, keep on going, yeah. So, I don't know if this is just he's accidentally not self-reflecting, but telling people what he actually is doing currently, or what this is about, but he's really trying to be deep every time he gets.
Keep making things, keep applying to jobs, keep trying to make connections. That is the best thing that you can do.
Yes, but again, at the end of the day, this boils down to, hey, Pirate Software, I can't find a job. Got any tips? Yes, keep looking for a job. That's it. That's the tip. Oh, my lord. And the last one.
Any tips for being an interviewer?
So when you're interviewing a candidate, if you're going to ask somebody a question in an interview, ask it because you're trying to learn something about them, not just because you think that's what an interviewer should ask. That's the worst. You're not going to gain anything by telling.
Honestly, that sentence alone completely broke my mind. That sentence alone completely just shattered my skull right there. If you're an interviewer, don't ask random questions that don't mean anything. Ask questions about the stuff that you want to know about. Like an interviewer. He gets asked these completely, I almost want to say fake, but no, they're probably real. They're real questions from real people, sadly. He gets asked these completely zero IQ questions, and his answers are the most predictable stuff ever, but he tries to make it look deep. This is insanity.
Telling somebody to code something on a whiteboard. Nobody programs that way. You're not going to gain anything by asking someone what their 5 favorite soft drinks are. This shit is irrelevant.
Yeah, and no one asks that in an interview.
No one learns anything from that question. Ask questions that matter.
Oh, by the way, a pro tip for everyone, considering I am one of the people who actually, well, it was obviously designed before me, but this was one of my suggestions for acquiring employees when I worked at the government. So, it doesn't matter in which country you live, employers literally are, by law, not allowed to ask you about, are you an alcoholic or not? Kind of funny thing, but kind of actually very important if you work at the government, because most people working at the government are alcoholics, as it turns out. Funny stuff. The more you know when you work at the government, by the way. So, since you can't legally ask people, are you a drug addict or alcoholic, you need to find ways to actually skirt around this. For example, start making this conversation go in the direction of, we like to have fun here, So, all kinds of fun parties and things like that. Do you like to party? And then see what that person asks. If he says yes, and you're like, how often? I mean, you can ask how often, okay? And if a person answers yes and often, congratulations. If this is a job position when they are worried that you're going to be a drunk and not come to work, you just lost that position. It's probably a pretty shitty position, but hey, at the end of the day, a job is a job. So, never answer those ones. Always say that you're completely sober unless you're in the sales industry, in which case, in the expensive sales industry with the expensive parties, there you kind of need to be an alcoholic. Long stories on that one, but yeah.
Learn about the candidate. Learn about what drives them. Learn about what they do. There's no reason to ask stupid questions that give you nothing. Don't be a waste of time. Don't waste your own time.
Yeah, a genius. Ask questions that an interviewer would ask, Yeah, that's Pirate Software. It is pathetic, and he has lost pretty much... Well, he literally has lost everything. These graphs are horrible. No one cares about this guy. No one cares about him any longer. It is It is kind of whack. It is honestly kind of absolutely whack. Anyway, 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Bye.